Welcome to World 11 News Channel. Joy Behar is calling out the members of Congress who continue to bow down to President Donald Trump. During Wednesday's episode of The View, the 82-year-old and her co-host reacted to Caroline Kennedy's letter to the U.S. Senate asking them to reject her predator, cousin Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination to become the leader of the United States Department of Health and Human Services. The controversial politician's first confirmation hearing for the position was held today, and he is expected to appear before the Senate committee tomorrow, CBS reports. Moderator Whoopi Goldberg opened up the debate by asking her fellow Hot Topics panelists if they believe that Caroline's allegations, which included, among other things, that he allegedly peddles anti-vaccine theories while vaccinating his own children, would be enough to push lawmakers to sink RFK Jr.'s nomination. I don't think so, because Pete Hegseth, the last guy, was questioned by Senator Thom Tillis. He said that his sister-in-law, they told her to come forward and talk about the abuse that he created, and he really nailed Hegseth on the topic of abuse about women, and he still voted for him, Behar said, referring to an affidavit received by senators in which Hegseth's former sister-in-law accused him of threatening behavior toward his wife. So it doesn't matter. We're in a very bad situation in this country right now where there's nobody in Congress that I'm watching who has the, how shall I put this, the testicularity required of the job. While her choice of words might be funny, Behar doesn't consider this to be a laughing matter. I'm frightened by it, frankly, she added. I mean, I see this every day, all of these people capitulating to Trump and his dictatorial needs, and it's just very, very bad, I think. We're in a lot of trouble. Alyssa Farah Griffin had some thoughts on how they could improve Behar's word choice. Maybe we should change the testicular fortitude to a female alternative, because the two Republicans that have opposed Trump nominations so far have been Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins, she remarked. Here's what I'll say. I would not be surprised if RFK gets through, but I'm going to be watching those two women and Senator Bill Cassidy, who himself is a doctor, as well as Mitch McConnell, who survived polio, so he feels strongly about vaccines and public health. Griffin, who described RFK Jr. as a radical lunatic, noted that it would only take 4 senators to sink his nomination and that Vice President J.D. Vance would not be able to intervene to break a potential tie. She also suggested that they find another nominee better suited for the position. I have been supportive of some of what RFK Jr. has said about what's in our foods and needing to address all these additives, all of these chemicals that you don't have in Europe, but I don't think he's the only person who can do that, she stressed. Most Americans are coming around to that perspective, so why not put in somebody who doesn't have the baggage, that hasn't spread conspiracy theories, who wants to tackle those things and happens to be credentialed to run health and human services? Sarah Haynes agreed that the cost is too great when it comes to RFK Jr. potentially serving as Secretary of Health and Human Services. That's what I hope people pay attention to and they don't fall in party lines, she said, because this man seems dangerous. Sunny Hostin didn't hold back either, calling Trump's cabinet as a whole the least qualified cabinet that I've ever seen in my entire life. She continued, he has nominated someone to be in charge of medicine, basically, and health in this country. He doesn't hold a medical degree. He's woefully unqualified apart from the fact that he has these character flaws. I think that certainly struck me. In his confirmation hearing, RFK Jr. repeatedly denied being anti-vaccine, calling himself pro-safety, NBC News reports. I worked for years to raise awareness about the mercury and toxic chemicals in fish, but that didn't make me anti-fish, he said. All of my kids are vaccinated, and I believe vaccines have a critical role in healthcare. The View airs weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time on ABC.